Is this this is live?
It's live.
Okay.
We're currently live. And for today, just because I felt like it, I made the YouTube listing public.
Oh.
Just to see how many people we could get in on Friday.
Probably the same. I'm gonna be honest.
No. It'll be much more. It will be much more.
No.
You want to take a bet?
Well, what's much more?
Well, we usually have like 5 or 6. I would bet we get 4 to 5 times that throughout the entire thing. I bet we hold 25 people.
Like over under is 29.5.
You could make it. Yeah, sure. You could make it 29.5. 2 people already in here. Haven't even posted the link to the Patreon yet.
Oh.
So for the 2 people that join.
Oh wait, so there's someone here.
Welcome. Yeah, CJ. Look. Hey guys.
Oh hey.
Andy Smith. Yo.
Yeah. Oh.
We'll start this thing officially in a second. I got to post the link to the Patreon so people know. But if you're subscribed to the YouTube, like you guys are, you already got the notification. Taglines.
Yeah, you're at the boring part of this.
You're at the part that gets cut out.
You gotta watch Kluv do computer work
for 1 minute, and then we'll be there. Hello from Ohio. Oh, shout out.
Oh, hello, Andy.
National champions.
Well, he could be a
national champion.
Like he's like a Cleveland guy. He's just not interested in the Buckeyes.
Could be a Cincinnati Bearcat. I mean, obviously a Hawkeye too, but
clearly, yeah.
All right, we'll come in here.
It's
funny because the one thing I have to do on the YouTube side of things before I ever post the link is I have to designate whether this is made for kids or if it's not made for kids.
Right.
It's definitely not made for kids.
You pretty much always have to hit, even if it's. I pretty much everyone has to put not for kids. Like the content, it's
at this point, yeah.
It'll mark everything on there. Like it's very strict.
YouTube's guidelines are they hurt. They hurt. Let's just be honest.
They do.
Tell me that just posted.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Dude, Colin Sherlock. Hello from Wyoming, the land of Josh Allen.
No, I don't think he's not from Wyoming. He went to Wyoming.
They probably claim him though, you know.
At the university, I would expect them to. He did graduate from there. He did play for them for a long time.
I think the state might claim him too.
Maybe a little bit, sure. But like, I don't think if he's like, "Where are you from?" He wouldn't say Wyoming. He'd say,
"Where is he from?" Is he from like he feels like a Colorado guy?
He's definitely not. No,
oh. You would know that.
He is way too good to be a Colorado quarterback. Was way too good in college and way too good at the NFL to be a Colorado high school quarterback development. I think he's from California, to be honest.
That sounds about right. Andy says he is from Cincinnati, or in Cincinnati. Born in Davenport, state of Hawkeye. Casey here says, latest guest episodes have been awesome. We've been trying. We have been trying. 9 people in here, by the way, Grant. As this thing gets posted, I'm telling you, it's gonna pop off.
Sorry.
For any of you who are like, whoa, what's up with the live? You're like a normal YouTube subscriber, and you're just like, whoa, Granton, what is this? This is the taglines that we do every week, by the way. Haven't missed a week in 2025. One of our resolutions. And this is usually unlisted. So it's the link only goes out to the Patreon subscribers on their feed. But today, just to every once in a while, throw a bone, grab some engagement, get more people in here. It's a Friday. We didn't do this on Tuesday. Everybody was probably like, oh, here they go. They're going to miss their episode. They didn't even make it through February.
Haters are furious. They're getting taglines anyway. Haters are furious. When will you? But that leads to the question, though. At some point, we will be doing the emergency Godfather episode. Have you made any progress in terms of seeing a single frame?
Okay. So, this is good. So last week, actually 3 or 4 weeks ago, whenever Beast Games came out, you know what I'm referring to?
I'm aware, and I'm going to hold comment.
Yeah, I know. You could judge me in a second. So I watched like the first 4 episodes on some random day, whatever. And then like it was like a 10-part series. Okay, probably too long, but I watched the whole thing. Ended up watching the whole thing last Friday. I came home from the gym. I felt like shit. Didn't want to do anything. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to plop my ass on the couch for the entire day. I'm going to sit here from lunchtime, 11 o'clock, till 3 when I have to go get my daughter from daycare. I'm going to do a little bit of work from my laptop, and I'm going to watch. I'm going to consume media. I'm going to be a consumer of movies / TV shows. And I knew at that point, Grant, that I had an opportunity to watch.
I say, so surely you took advantage of this time.
You would think I would.
Surely you used it wisely.
Instead of watching The Godfather, which I have never seen, decided to put on episodes 5 through 10 of the Beast Games. And I watched all of it.
Look, there's nothing wrong with Beast Games. That's not the part that I'm upset about. It's that we have made a promise to
I did.
To the Patreon community,
the people,
that at some point when we can't do an episode this year, because we're going to get 52 of them.
Yeah.
At some point, there's going to be a schedule conflict. You have another child coming. Things are going to get crazy. We need to break glass in case of emergency.
I know.
Father, quicker rather than later.
I know.
And yet you chose Beast Games.
Yeah, and I didn't feel good about it. Somewhere around episode 7 or 8, it really set in. Like, fuck, man, I could have done something here. I could have been someone today. I could have followed through on a promise made, and I didn't. And to be honest, it wasn't worth it. Like it was okay. The Beast Games were okay. Fun concept. Mr. Beast does things in big ways, but
I mean, you spent 10 hours uninterrupted watching it. It had to have been somewhat entertaining.
It was, but it wasn't worth not watching The Godfather. As go to Bink. Gato Bink.
It does insist upon itself. It's a Family Guy joke.
It feels like The Godfather is probably worth my time. So,
it could be. You could hate it too. I mean,
no, I won't hate it. I won't hate it because it is my type of movie. Is there a lot of killing in it?
Like there's death.
Is there a fair amount of death?
There's death. Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
It's not Expendables though. It's not like a crazy car chase explosions or whatever. But it's a little different.
Inglourious Bastards.
No, it's not like completely gruesome like Inglourious Bastards. Although a great movie in itself, but it's just different.
Are you surprised that I've seen that?
I'm surprised you've seen any movie ever. This is where I'm surprised when you're like, oh, I've seen Beast Games, but I don't know. You're like Shawshank Redemption, missed it.
Oh no, Shawshank's all time.
Yeah,
Shawshank is all time.
I always think it's funny when I don't care. Watch whatever movies you want. I don't really care honestly. But when people are like, oh yeah, I just spent the last 8 hours watching I don't know whatever some new Netflix show or whatever, right? And then it's like, yeah, no, but Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, never even opened it. The Wire, never seen it. But all 6 seasons of You on Netflix, seen them all twice, loved it. It's like, all right. I mean, hey, to each their own. People like their own stuff, but sometimes it's
like Kevin with it. Kevin in college with Grey's Anatomy, he would fall asleep watching Grey's Anatomy.
Okay, Grey's Anatomy is very well liked. That is one of the most popular in terms of TV dramas of all time. Is very popular.
And it's got 30 seasons, doesn't it? Still going?
Oh, it's still going. Yeah. I think you have killed off,
brought on, everybody.
And then killed off again.
Yeah.
Almost everyone on the cast. Truthfully, I've never seen the show, but I think it's more common to have seen the show than to not have seen the show. For as many episodes as they have as they've made, to be I've never even seen a scene.
Okay. Sure.
Is probably more uncommon than it is common.
I'll agree with that because just by proxy, I would walk by Kevin's room and he'd be watching it and be like, "What?" I'd catch a clip here and there.
Yeah, it's like Friends.
Yeah,
it's do you have to have seen every episode? No, but if you're just I have no idea what a single everyone, even when they see that coffee shop or whatever, they're like, "Oh, this is Friends," or they see Seinfeld's apartment, they're like, "Oh, it's Seinfeld's apartment." You're aware of it.
The Office, same thing.
And not that I don't think Grey's Anatomy is nearly as good as Seinfeld. Or Friends is not as good as Seinfeld either. In my opinion.
To bring that back around, though, I had an opportunity. I missed it. Although the reason I wasn't so urgent about it, Grant, was because Fridays are pretty open for me. And so today actually doing this, and then we're actually, for those that are here and or listening on the back end in the next couple of days, we're actually recording with I think I mentioned this, I teased this. This was going to be like our first guest episode of the off season, and then we had to push it because he was like, let's do it after the combine, like later in February. Supposed to be recording with Mason Richmond in about 4 hours. So I sent him the link. He confirmed yesterday that he was good. We're 4 hours away. I assume that we're recording with him at 3:30 today. I hope that works. And then recording with Casey Kreider on Sunday.
Can we do New Year's resolution again as we enter March? We're keeping our resolution, our promise of the 52, right?
Yeah.
We're not missing.
Sure.
We need to stop promising that we're interviewing a guest before we've actually interviewed them.
Well, I try to do it like
we need to stop doing that.
Okay. You think that's what jinxes it?
A little bit, yeah. It's like guaranteeing victory. It's like we got them, and then sometimes it just doesn't happen.
You might be right about that. We might be interviewing these two. Casey, though, who said he's good for Sunday, said that he's hoping that you'll be there on Sunday evening, and he has a couple questions for you.
Are you talking to the listeners? Is this like
no? I'm talking to you, Grant Allen.
Oh, okay, Casey has questions.
This is from I confirmed with him, and then he randomly sent me a day later. He goes, by the way, tell GBone if he makes it Sunday. I got 2 questions for him.
2 questions. It's like, first off, who do you think you are? Second off, why are you here? Right? He's just gonna. I'm not afraid of you, Casey Kreider. All right.
I don't think
I've dealt with long snappers like you before.
Yeah.
All right. I've seen your kind.
I don't think you're kind. I don't think those are going to be the questions. Casey will probably have some quality questions ready for the G-Bone. I
thought he was doing like a Q&A with the audience. He was like, oh, no, actually, I have a question for the listener. It's a self-reflective moment.
That'd be fun.
Ask yourself what more you can be doing.
And we could do, as far as getting the audience more engaged, Andy says, can we do this during a game this season? Watch along chat? We could. We very easily could. There's no reason why I couldn't pull up the game on my other screen here, and then just we talk here, and we basically just watch the game. I don't know. I guess that probably would be entertaining to the folks. I'm not very talkative, or I would put on for the listeners.
I think it's just like, I think people just want to hang out. That's all it is. I think
you
don't have to talk for 4.5 hours straight. Like if you wanted that, they're just going to go listen to Dolph and Pat.
Sure.
I think people just want to hang out.
It would be tough from our end if we were trying to make it a thing like, hey, for the next 3 hours, we got to be on. We got to basically.
Yeah, we're doing an improv to a football game for 4 hours.
Turn the volume down. Grant and I are actually just going to commentate and color and.
I'm not doing that.
No. So it would be a little bit different. We definitely wouldn't repost that audio because no one would care or listen to it. But we could do it live. We could probably add that to like the top tier, or just anybody on the Patreon as a little perk. Watch along with the walk-ons. Grant and I have talked about how we want to do more live stuff, so we'll see. Psychos. Listening to all the old episodes on Spotify over the last 2 weeks, and they are fucking awesome. I'm gonna miss Drake when I catch back up. So you got to be way, like you are.
Oh, he's way back. Don't spoil it. No spoilers.
Yeah. Well, clearly he knows Drake leaves at some point. So I don't know how far in you are, or I guess how far back you are, but yeah, there's a lot of episodes. Anybody that comes to the show at this point, Grant, like say somebody finds us today, February 28th, 2025, and they're like, wait a second, there's a podcast for like these guys are awesome, right? Let's go back and listen to episode 1. They are embarking on a journey.
There's podcasts I like. I've never once thought to myself, I'm going to start back at episode 1 and go like a TV show. Some people do that, and I am impressed by it. I just don't know how you do it. I'm going to be honest.
I think some people have to do it.
Skill that I do not.
Some people.
This excludes like if you do like a true crime podcast and it's like a season.
Sure.
It's like meant to be listened to in that way. Sure. But But if you're just like, I'm starting back with Bill Simmons in 2009. We're going episode 1. We're going 2009 finals.
Or like you go Joe Rogan, first episode. I think
But
for me,
those, like, they're not like a timely basis. I guess like some of the like that, it doesn't do like MMA live shows or whatever.
Yeah, he
on his
does.
podcast. Those would be, but
What's he call them? He calls them it's like a fight companion or something.
Sure.
Yeah, that's the problem with us is 4 out of our 12 months are so like current time specific. Like I know Allison, there's a one of our more active people in the Discord, Allison, she went back and listened from episode 1, and at one point she contacted me and was like, "Man, I'm listening to the so and so recap of like week 6 in 2021." And I'm like, "How are you getting yourself to listen to game preview and recaps from 3 years ago?"
I guess it's just like you're studying the game tape. All right, you're just like a coach goes back and watches film, just trying to learn. Right.
Wow.
Started from number 1. Now I'm at 58. It's pretty good.
I mean, that is you've knocked out 8%. 8% of the
When do they hit the Doyle stuff? What number is that? What is
funny enough, the Doyle stuff happens, and then our next episode kind of addressing that is episode 123. 123.
Okay, so he's got a little bit of ways to go.
So you are halfway there, basically, to the Doyle stuff.
There's a big twist coming in season 2.
Yeah, we took in season 2. We took I think we took like a week and a half or 2 weeks off when that happened, and to gather ourselves and like kind of do that episode. So, CJ says he listens to the 2021 Penn State recap constantly.
I can understand that.
Yeah, but that is likely that recap episode is likely a top 5 downloaded episode we've ever done, kind of behind the Doyle stuff, probably. And then I don't know. I'm not sure what guest. I'd have to go back and really look at the guests that we've had. I know Spencer did well. Doctorman did well last year. Dallas did well. Crazy enough, though, one of our most downloaded episodes ever, and what's crazy is because we uploaded it a month ago, was the last podcast that I did with Eichel.
Yeah.
Like it's got
his numbies.
It's got like 6,000 to 7,000 views on YouTube and the same amount of downloads on audio. Like we're approaching like 15K downloads for that total.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we'll get into it here. That's 18 minutes of fun. Looks like, Grant, you're going to be correct. We're not going to pull 30 people on this. I thought we'd do more with almost 4,000 subscribers on YouTube. You would think that we'd run this thing a little bit. We're going to double.
People got to work, man.
Yeah, you're right. People got more important shit to do. They can listen to it on the back end. So I have a couple topics for today. Some shit went down just in general pop culture this week.
Yeah, let's go. Let's run through them because there's a lot, and we got to be careful now because people are pushing litigation. So
yeah, we'll just start with Mary Kate and just get that out of the way. Yeah. So if you've been living under a rock, timeline very short. Rumors start popping off on Twitter. People are posting screenshots. Some girl from Ole Miss is. I
don't think the Mary Kate goes to Ole Miss is the alleged part of this. I'm just gonna go.
She goes to Ole Miss.
I don't think that's
as does her boyfriend.
When I was pushing people are doing litigation now over potentially defamation. No one was like, "How dare they accuse Mary Kate of going to
Unbelievable.
Ole Miss? How dare they accuse me of being an Ole Miss student?"
Show me the transcripts. No, I was just gonna say allegedly as many times as I possibly could fit it in. Girl that goes to Ole Miss and her boyfriend. Supposedly, she hooks up with his dad. This goes on, whatever, maybe a couple times, and he just decides to keep dating her. It starts to come out. There's pictures posted of her, of him, screenshots of his fraternity's like group message, just dogging his ass. Allegedly, again, I don't know what's going on. Then yesterday or 2 days ago, they come out and they're like, "No, this is a cyber attack. This is false. This is categorically just horrendously just manufactured. The story is not true. There are consequences for your actions. They're just playing it off like, and whether it happened or not, they are approaching it like this is a completely made up story. They've been attacked by somebody online to try and slander them and their family and create some storyline. I don't know what the motive would be for someone to just randomly create that about some random people.
College kids are weird, especially in the Greek world. It gets weird sometimes. Like people. So I think
I know.
I think these are freshmen too. Like it's not great.
But the problem is like to create some national headline story about these two random college kids and their family, their parents. The other part of the story was like the mom knew, but she was not divorcing the dad, even though he's like cheated with a bunch of different women.
Yeah.
So
that doesn't make a ton. That like when, and this is crazy too that this is like a lead off of the show. And here's actually I want to preface this whole thing.
Sure. Allegedly.
Like what's going on Twitter? It's my entire timeline or whatever for a day is like the burner accounts, which is too like I see them and I'm like I forget that these are like 18-year-olds posting
all of them, dude, all of them.
I'm gonna go on a limb here. I don't think that an 18-year-old's college dating drama should be like a segment for Pat McAfee's show.
Probably not.
I don't. I'm gonna go and call me a party pooper. Call me whatever you want. Say I'm not fun, but I don't think that like Pat McAfee when he's got Schefter on at the combine should be like, hey, actually, let's address this Ole Miss situation.
Let's talk about Mary Kate. You know?
Yeah. Like I don't think that that's probably the right move. Or like it's like Josh Pate, his show, like he's just leading off with like, have you seen this nonsense going on at Ole Miss?
Unbelievable.
Look, it is dead time in the sports calendar. I understand that content is scarce right now. Like, I don't want to talk about spring training that much. Rockies, best team in spring training right now. People don't want to address it, but that's true. That's a fact.
Can't deny it.
It's facts are facts, right?
I wouldn't have known, by the way. Thanks for telling me.
True. Now, however, that still I don't think is like, hey, what's ruined this kid's life? Like they're posting clips. McAfee's got like clips of the kid's face.
Really?
Yeah, I was looking on like TikTok or whatever, and I just scroll past, and it's like they got clips of him, and then it's cutting back to Schefter, and Schefter's like, "What does this have to do with Jackson Dart?"
Schefter's like, "Why are we talking about this?"
Like he has no clue what's going on.
Am I supposed to break this news?
So I don't think, and maybe it's bad that we're even talking about that because I was like, the more I was going to do, I was like, I feel really bad for this poor kid because like, let's say it's true or not true, his life is like completely ruined, at least at Ole Miss. Like in 30 years, will someone care when he's working for like he's selling mortgages or something? I don't know. Probably not.
They won't even know. No one will remember.
But like his college experience is totally ruined now over something that could be completely not true. Because like and like we love our guys at McAfee, but I was like, I think they even maybe had an internal moment of like, okay, maybe this wasn't the best decision for us to make.
So here's my thing. I agree with you that this should not be. Like, again.
Like, look, Twitter, talk about whatever you want, post what you want. When you have a show on ESPN at the Combine.
Yeah. You're at the Combine.
You are in Lucas Oil Stadium. There's
so much to talk about there. So many guys you could be talking about.
You have brought in Adam Schefter.
Yeah. You have a high-profile guest.
Then you're like, it's time to bring up this Ole Miss Twitter drama.
So here's my thing. If I had to guess, and I'm kind of with you, Grant. I think we kind of get past this, and we don't need to dive into it too much. Do I think it's true or untrue that all this happened? I would probably lean on it being more true than not. I think there's probably more truth. I think that's why things come out in the first place. However, do I think that this is the first time in the history of college kids going off to college and or just family dynamics, somebody having a significant other? And as fucked up as it is, a parent then like getting inappropriately involved with their daughter or son's significant other. No way. There's no way that this is just the first time this has ever happened. In fact, with the amount of people on Earth, it's probably happened a lot. It's probably happened a lot within those fraternity communities because they have like mom's weekend and dad's weekend. Like there's just no way this is the first time this has ever happened. Why did this one blow up? I don't know. Because Twitter's a shit. It's just a complete.
Do you know why I think it blew up? Honestly, is because the Snapchat text that was going viral of like describing it
Yeah.
was one of the most insanely difficult things to read in my entire life. And
I
again,
don't
like I want to be careful
Hard
with
to
all
read.
this stuff because one, I don't think like
Allegedly.
again like sorority, Ole Miss fraternity, like relationship drama should be like a big subject. But two, like now it seems like it's a pretty slippery slope with like legal stuff and defamation going on. And like there's I saw something too. I think they were claiming it was like potentially like a sexual assault situation that was going on with that. Like, so I don't know. I really like. I would hate to ruin someone's life. Not that like they're gonna come back like, oh, this show.
There was another screenshot why is it all a screenshot of somebody else's? Why are we taking pictures of other people's phones?
Yeah.
We're not just screenshotting. I don't know what I saw, Grant. I think I saw one of the friends was like sending it to somebody else, and this was like, oh, we have a development, and their opinion on it. Who she seemed to be close to the situation was, I can't believe this hasn't got out before then, but the story isn't right. They actually, he was like, she came back to babysit his little sister or like watch his little sister's game. Yeah. Their dad was supposed to take him home. They got drunk out at dinner afterwards. He tried to like do stuff to her. She got out of there. So who knows? I saw some other stuff about AI and it's like all a made up story and AI is trying to like create this stuff. I don't know what happens. What is for sure, Grant, is that these people's lives are ruined for at least a decade.
Yeah, no, it's tough. And again, I think my take on the whole thing is that like it's, you probably shouldn't be diving into 18-year-old relationship drama. That's all I'm saying.
Caleb says, I'd be leaving town if it happened to me. Dude, I think both of them have to go to a different school. That it has to be separate schools. I would, if it was me, they're down in Ole Miss, I would separate. I'd go different ways. I might even change my name. And that might help for the next 5 to 10 years. But people are going to know who you are. So they're going to figure it out. You're just going to have to, like time heals all wounds. This is a pretty big wound. And they're going to need to, there's going to just need to be a lot of time for this to heal, allegedly. And that's all I'll say about that. You mentioned the other day when we were recording, like, oh, we got to get our taglines in because there's multiple things. And you said something about the email. What is
there's an even. This is like still unfolding, so I have no idea.
Really?
And this is again too, like it's someone's getting sued over this too. Like there was a Boston college student went on like a full, like I don't even know if like meltdown is the right word or like frenzy on like her Instagram, posting these like novelist
screenshots,
like essays, and then like
from her notes
super long emails to all of the staff of Boston College and like the student paper there, like accusing these 3 kids of rape or whatnot, and they had to like shut down school for 3 days because she was like causing all stuff. And this is allegedly again too. But,
a lot of allegedlys out here.
I'm gonna be honest. I just don't want to talk about it.
Oh, I'll just speculate on that. I know nothing about it.
Talk about
they shut down school because of this.
Apparently, they're canceling classes.
My God! So what happened was some random chick basically came out. She posted all this on Instagram. She's basically trying to accuse 3 kids of sexual assault, rape, whatever, and is like, this is her way of like megaphoning to people to get attention about it. Not like seeking attention, but like she wants somebody to do something about it, and this was her way of doing it.
I guess, yeah. I don't really know that much about it.
That's crazy.
It wasn't I saw it coming across and I was trying to understand what was going on. I don't know. But can I be honest? What I do want to talk about that we don't even have to use the allegedly stuff for.
Hold on, one second. Could you imagine getting an email when you were at Iowa, like, "Hey, we're shutting down classes. There's a situation unfolding on campus, and we're just gonna pause everything." And you're, as a college student, you're like, "Okay, I don't know what's going on. I hope nobody got raped, but like, pretty sick that we're getting out of class for this." That's all I'm saying. That's where my mind went. You can move on. Let's go to the next thing.
Well, okay. You left me a horrible transition point there. To be honest.
That's what I do. Allegedly.
Like Ian Rappaport and Jordan Schultz got in a fight at a Starbucks.
Okay. Okay. Who is Jordan Schultz?
I don't know.
Oh,
he's in the media. He's DM'd the walkout account before. I learned. He's DM'd the walkout.
Excuse me. What?
Well, he's one of these dudes who has like he follows. He's like John Cena, where he follows like a million people.
Oh, I actually might know who you're talking about. Let me get on and
So he's in the media now. He does. I think he works for like The Score.
Oh, he's trending.
Yeah, I mean, rightfully.
Oh,
so.
he does follow us.
Yeah, but he follows like a million people. It's not that impressive.
He DM'd us in 23 and said "Koo feed" without an L. Like I think I don't know what this is.
So there's that, and he breaks news. He does contract stuff. But Ian Rappaport does the same thing. You might know.
This is Jordan Schultz.
They got into a full fight at a Starbucks over
physical fight.
I believe so. Now a little part of this as well is that Jordan Schultz is the like heir to Starbucks. His father is Mr. Starbucks.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, good for him.
The founder of Starbucks. So like, I don't know if like do Starbucks employees like if you're just if you're a barista at a Starbucks and you listen to this, please let me know. Do you just know like on hand that Jordan Schultz or whatever it is the heir to Starbucks, and that like when he's in there you cannot do anything, you have to listen to everything he says? Like, do you know that on hand? Is that like in the employee paperwork, or are you just like, why is this guy yelling at us?
Oh shit, there's Jordan.
Yeah. And I don't know the full context of the situation. But I saw Ian Rappaport, I kind of respect. He's just been doing his job. He was on McAfee too. He was just showing up and like nothing happened. Nope. We're just
trying to. He just moved on. He didn't even say anything.
Or Schultz, who's just been tweeting through it, and I don't think we should let them. I think we have to see them battle it out more.
Well, and here's the thing: is like, are those the two guys that you want to see fight? You know, like probably not, right?
I think it'd be funny.
It could be funny in like a pathetic way. I think.
Mm-hmm.
His dad is the former CEO of Starbucks.
Sure.
Is what Caleb says.
Former CEO. Okay.
So there's probably some ownership. There's some shares, some shares that are there, and he probably takes those shares, and they're probably worth a shitload of money.
But this is a under part of the sports world I don't think people get is that the journalists all beef with each other for no reason.
No reason.
They're I think it's a little bit of jealousy over who's getting the scoops and who's not.
Right.
Who's more popular and who's not. But it is like a high school cafeteria drama in the journalist world. And it's very strange to me. I don't understand why.
Is it the human nature to just like seek out? They're just like, hey, we have this job where it's like, yeah, we're just all kind of writing stories that go up on the internet. Like, let's create a little fisticuffs here. Let's just make
it. But that's like if you work at I don't know, if you sell something, right, and your competitor sells something too, and then like you see Mike or something at Starbucks, and then you start fighting him randomly on a Tuesday.
It's like the Rotella bread guy sees the Wonder Bread guy.
Yeah, you can't do that in another profession either.
You're like
to act like other professions don't have competition is just wrong. And like you don't see. I mean, I'm sure it's happened before, but like. I don't think anyone. I mean, I don't know if you work at State Farm and someone at name any other insurance company, Allstate or something. You see him in a Starbucks wearing the blue shirt, you're wearing the red one. You're just gonna fight him on the spot.
There's just two insurance agents beating the shit out of each other.
It's pretty close. The same thing. I don't understand.
Yeah, and in a Starbucks too, right? Where like you just have the melting pot of America is like trying to get coffee on a Thursday morning. And it's like,
I mean, honestly, if you're at Starbucks, if someone tries to fight you, you have to pour your boiling hot coffee all over them. If that's not your first move, you made a huge mistake.
What if you get iced? What if you're an ice guy?
I am a nice guy, so
you could just pour the cold coffee on them too.
That would work as well.
I mean, no, because let's be honest, if you get a full like a large latte, like an iced latte poured on you, it's not ideal, right? That ruins your day.
Yeah, because look, that's like bar fight, right? What do you do first thing?
Oh,
grab the bottle.
Yeah, the beer bottle goes straight to your head.
And I say this never being been in a bar fight before, right?
And I echo it, never
I'm
been.
very unconfrontational. I'm actually terrified of confrontation about anything ever.
What do you
if you're at a Starbucks, the first ever fight in a Starbucks between NFL media members.
You know what you grab?
You grab your boiling hot dark roast and just pour it on someone.
You get that fucking blonde roast and you
You get that $15 boiling hot coffee you just got.
no, because you know what's always in a Starbucks and within 9 feet of you at all times is some kind of memorabilia of Starbucks.
Oh,
Right?
there's a bunch of ceramic mugs.
There's a ceramic mug within 10 feet that you can grab and bash them over the head with. And that is probably the weapon of choice. And I'll be honest, I've been to a lot of Starbucks. I'm not so much a Starbucks guy anymore, just because here local in Des Moines, we have this place called Smoky Row, and it's fantastic. And that's where that's where my wife and I go. A little bit more local feeling, a little more hometowny. But in a Starbucks, I mean, it's likely that the employees would join in on that fight in many locations.
Would,
yeah.
No chance. What are you talking about? This is not a Waffle House.
Well, Waffle House,
there's no way a scared 17-year-old high school student barista is going to join in on two grown men beating each other and pouring boiling hot coffee on each other.
Two grown men, maybe. But I feel like there are some characters that I've seen working at a Starbucks before.
I don't know. What was the last time you were in a Starbucks? You were just, I couldn't disagree with this more.
I mean,
Starbucks has the least threatening staff I've ever seen in my life.
I've seen.
What Starbucks?
I guess probably the last time it was in Chicago, so it was a little bit different. But
like still, I mean, I don't know. It's different. Like at a Waffle House, I fully expect
at a Waffle House, you're walking in knowing
to smash you over the head with the waffle maker, the frying pan, and probably take you out to the parking lot, dragging you by your clothes out to the parking lot.
You can actually order that on the menu. I think you can order that experience.
Fist fight, yeah. You can just order a fight with the Waffle House chef.
How many?
And then he'll drag you back in, and then give you your waffle stuff.
We went to Waffle House. You came with us to Waffle House, right?
Yeah, we did go to Waffle House. We picked up Kevin from the airport, brought him to Waffle House, and then he threw up.
And then he threw it all up immediately when we got back to the hotel.
Yeah, first time I'd ever met Kevin. It was him just violently throwing up in the in the bathroom.
I was really pleased with that Waffle House experience, and I think the lady that we had was like, she was not one that would probably join in on a fight, and there was not very many people working because it was late that night. But yeah, Waffle House, you kind of step into the experience knowing 50-50 chance that could happen.
Yeah.
Oh, true. DW says hot syrup to the face if you're at the Waffle House. That would be.
I think if I'm at Waffle House, though, I mean, you got. If I'm in a fight at the Waffle House, definitely going. The syrup, though, I just don't. It's hard to get you have to like press the button. And it's supposed to come out slowly. Is what it's meant for.
Yeah, it's hard to get a lot.
I don't know. I don't remember the name of who said that comment. Are they just saying throw the pot of the syrup at him?
No, I think he wants it to somehow come out hot syrup to the face. So it's gonna. You'd have to be like, hey,
you've pinned your opponent to the floor.
You've got him down on
slowly dripping.
Yeah.
At that point, just one black coffee, please.
I was gonna say you're probably grabbing the coffee pot and doing that.
And I'm acting like if I'm in a brawl at a Waffle House, I have any thought as like scan the room first.
Right. Well, it's funny because you and I are probably the last people that you would find in a physical altercation at a fast food restaurant. Like, maybe more than you even. And it's very unlikely that I would ever find myself in that situation.
If ever something's going down that could ever even slightly lead to that, I'd say you win. I don't care.
I'm out.
It's just, I have zero interest in doing this. I just want to eat my waffles at the Waffle House, please. I need to go revisit a Waffle House. I haven't been to one.
Des Moines doesn't have one, I don't think. So, no. or I could be wrong. There could be one that's not close to me.
But highly doubt it.
I very much so like Waffle House. So I wish we had more. I want to say something before maybe you get to any other topics you have. I just saw this right before we popped on.
Okay.
I watch zero NBA. Okay. And we've established this. How much NBA do you watch?
Mostly Nuggets, but more like not as I watch way more college than
How
NBA.
about T-Wolves? Anthony Edwards.
I mean, if they're playing the Nuggets,
the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with as many technical fouls as Anthony Edwards has gotten this year, maybe he's gotten one against the Timberwolves. He has 16 after last night. He has 16 technical fouls this year.
Yeah.
They're still 3 months left in the season.
It's a lot.
How do you get that many technical fouls?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I mean, I think constantly calling these refs just pussies to their face. Like, that's not a foul. I mean, he literally has to be talking shit to the referees to get that many
I think they call them more now. If I'm being honest, I think more things are at tech now than like if there was I think players' personalities are still fairly similar in terms of verbiage, I guess, towards referees since like the 80s and 90s, 70s or whatever. You want to go back. I'll give them maybe in the 40s they were more polite to referees when they were wearing like a top hat and a tie.
Had to be. Was the NBA even rolling back then? Like when did it really get going?
I don't know. I know the Philadelphia Warriors, I believe, won a championship one, I want to say.
First,
I could be wrong, but
first year.
They anyways, the point though is I think they just call them quicker now. I think
1949 was the year the NBA began, or I guess the 1946. Wow. And this is just, you search these kinds of things and it really is just a drastic. I mean, Grant, take a look at this team. What do we notice? I mean, there's just like, it is unbelievable the lack.
They're all pretty tall.
The lack of diversity. Not but 75 years ago in this country. It is wild.
But this was the technical fouls was a discussion like 2 years ago, 18 months ago, because I remember Draymond was getting like he entered
Draymond's a prick.
I think he entered like the top 10 in technical fouls already.
All time?
Yeah, he was up there. I think that was the idea. Or he was over the maybe he's worse because this says it has significantly limited the number of technical fouls in recent years. Over the past 5 seasons, Draymond Green is the only player to have received more than 20 technicals in 5 NBA seasons. So you're telling me Anthony Edwards has 16 this season?
I was being told by Twitter that his last night was his 16th of the season.
That can't be true.
Anthony?
That cannot be true.
Edwards technical fouls.
Ever? I'd say yes, but
no. Oh, maybe it is. I don't. Wolves Edwards facing suspension after 2 techs versus. He had 2 last night.
That makes sense. Yeah, you can't
automatic 1-game suspension after picking up 2 techs in Thursday night's game, giving him his 16th of this season.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane.
How many? I mean, what is the record? They've played like 60 games or so. He's getting 1 every 4 games.
Yeah, and see, like I think they throw him out quicker. He apparently got thrown out for using the F word.
Wow, that's tough.
And then that was his second tech. Was that so? I think too. Like sometimes these refs, they just like you get on their bad side quickly in a game, and you get a tech for something that if you did it 2 games from now, it wouldn't be a tech. So I don't know. 16 is crazy though in 1 season.
Is that not absurd? I mean, that's
way too many. That's like 14 too many. I'd say.
Yeah. Like if you a crazy amount of technicals before I would have known this stat. If you're like, hey, they're on the back end of the NBA season, they've played about 60 games. What do you think the most technical fouls someone has this year? I would have guessed 6.
I was gonna guess like 7 or 8, maybe.
He has 16.
Because think of it too, you only play 82 games season, so like once every 9 games or so.
Yeah, the L doesn't exist, by the way, in the word Wolves.
I'm going to be honest. I love you and appreciate you as a friend. I absolutely want to rip my ears off, claw my eyes out when you say when you
it hurts you that bad
because I know you know it's wrong.
No,
and you just keep doing it. I know you know it's wrong, and you like mispronouncing it
a little bit now. But like, dude, I promise you when I say this, when I hear Wolves, it's hard to even say. Wolves.
It's not even a thing though that's like you could argue it's a different way to pronounce it. It's not like Missouri, or like Illinois or something. There's only one way to pronounce it, and you just choose to do it wrong.
I choose to do it the way that feels right.
Which is incorrect. Which is just not the way to respond it.
Well, maybe
like it's like you're trying to create your own accent that's just mispronouncing words.
Would I be the first? Probably not.
No, we have a Boston accent. That's the exact same thing.
Yeah, I there's 2 other things I want to mention before we get to anything left that you have. I do my grocery shopping on Mondays at the local Fairway. My father-in-law, who is now retired from Fairway as of January, but he worked for Fairway for over 25 years. pretty high up. So we're like a Fairway family. That's where my wife got groceries for her entire life. There's one very close to the house here in Waukee, actually a couple. So you go into the local Fairway. Right now at the front of the store, Easter is, coming up, right? So all the Easter candy is already out. And Peeps are getting out of control. What they're doing with the Peeps.
What do you mean?
I saw Dr. Pepper flavored Peeps.
Oh, so there's just like crazy flavors now. Yeah.
That's too far.
It's like the Oreos like 10 years ago decided we're just going to make insane flavors for no reason. It's the new move with like the sugar-based snack. It's like now we're going to cram as much as we can into this little guy.
This is gluttony at its finest.
And I will say I will be probably trying this now within the next few weeks.
Dr. Pepper Peeps.
They're expensive though.
And look at the completely fake red coloring. That makes me want to throw up just looking at it.
I don't love Peeps, I'm going to be honest. The Easter great love the holiday of Easter. I do not love Peeps. Could do
my sister-in-law, it's her favorite candy.
I think we should. I think she needs a family member to talk with her about how do we reevaluate?
There's so many candies, Grant. Right?
Yeah.
How is Peeps your favorite candy? I mean, it's just there's
just so many better ones. I feel like I like Reese's peanut butter cups. I like a Snickers bar.
Sure.
I'll go crazy. I enjoy Skittles from time to time.
Swedish Fish.
Love Swedish Fish.
Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids are great, except those are the same thing. Just one has sour thing on them, and the other one doesn't.
As same thing as what?
Like I think Swedish Fish and like if you took the sour part off of the gummy of the Sour Patch Kid, it's just a Swedish Fish.
It's a little different. The gummy is a different gummy. They are two gummies, but
Mike and Ike's great candy.
Now I can't talk here because you would never guess in the hit. Like I could give you 50 guesses, you would not get my favorite candy.
I don't love Twix. I'm gonna be honest. Don't love the Twix bar. I think it's fine.
I think they're okay. Kit Kats and Twix are both okay.
Butterfinger, love Butterfinger.
My wife loves Butterfingers. My wife likes Heath bars.
Okay.
My favorite candy is Lifesaver gummies, specifically the wild berry flavor.
Okay, everyone's entitled to their own choice. That is a awful choice for the best candy ever.
I'm not saying it's the best candy. It's the one that I like the most.
Okay, that's fine then.
These right here. Those guys. Wild Berry Lifesaver Gummies. Oh my God. I found a bag. Dude, I found a bag from Halloween in my cupboard. I didn't even know we had candy. My wife put it in the bag or in the cupboard. And I was like, holy shit. I ate the bag. Whole bag.
I know. I can't have those around. I'll eat them. I gotta keep those far away from me. I do love have you seen they sell them at the grocery store? They're like, I don't know. They're all like almost candy. It's like they'll have them. I can't remember what they're called. They have candy. Like they're Swedish Fish or Sour Patch Kids. They just don't have any sugar on them or in them.
Huh.
And they're like, I don't know. They're pretty good. They're not as good as normal, but they're cool. They're better than they should be. That's
my last thing is these, and I think I've mentioned this maybe once before on here briefly. Scrolling through TikTok, I just see these kids that are in a cave somewhere in Afghanistan, and they're just doing bottle flips. They're just doing bottle flips onto a table in a cave.
Yeah.
And you can tell that there's an adult with them that's just kind of blankly staring into, and they're all dressed like you would see like in your like just stereotypical like war movie that has, like some Afghan or Iraqi citizens, but they are legitimately in a cave. There's a table, there's a water bottle that's half full, and there's 3 kids, and they just stand in a line, and one of them bottle flips until they miss, and then the other kid steps up and he starts going, and they see how many they can get in a row, and they just count, and they have a TikTok live stream going what seems to be constantly. It's 24/7. They don't let these kids sleep. And the comments, Grant, in the fucking comments, they're like, please let these kids go to sleep. Like, send these kids to school. The comments are hilarious. And they're just, it's like, I don't know what's going on. So, and this might be a little bit of too much information or I'm not doxing anybody. My wife has a student this year that is from the Middle East. And so every time she says something, and he's like a great kid, all this stuff. But every time she says something about him, I'm like, is he bottle flipping in the like, are his cousins bottle flipping right now? In it like it's, and I feel bad for these kids. I don't know what's going on with them, but that's all I had to say. Yeah.
No, that sounds fun. I wish I was. I come in. They should.
Every time I see it, I feel like I'm witnessing a crime. Like there's child labor.
They're just being forced to bottle flip all day.
Because they get engagement. They have like 1,500, 2,000 people watching them on TikTok. They're probably making money off.
You're making it. Yeah, they're feeding their families.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Anyway, that's what I had to bring up today. I don't know if anybody else has ever seen that on TikTok. Grant probably has better things to talk about to finish this podcast.
Well, you reminded me of something that I have a new favorite podcast in the world.
Oh, nice.
It's called the Maryland. I think it's supposed to be MD Food Boys.
Dude, I knew you were gonna bring this up. This is hilarious.
These guys rock. These guys are my favorite podcasters out there now. I think they're the new Joe Rogan.
Right. What's your favorite topic?
Take a step back.
I'm just if I had to choose, it'd probably be like pepperoni, but I'm just a regular cheese guy.
I just do cheese. I don't do. I just do cheese. I don't really like pepperoni. It's kind of a weird taste.
I'll do pepperoni, but same thing. Like,
yeah, a lot of people are big pepperoni fans.
I think meat lovers too. I have meat lovers go.
Okay, so the kid pulls out a meat lover.
I'm not a big fan of like the sausage in general.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here.
They all look at each other and just go.
First of all right,
yeah, I'm a cheese guy, man.
Let's do this is great too because I won't like and I mean like when I was growing up and I was a young lad.
Yeah, right.
I love food too much. I try too much food.
Sure.
I was a very picky eater. I didn't like anything. I want everything as plain as possible.
Yeah.
So I was like cheese.
I was a cheese guy too, man.
So it's funny to me that there's a food podcast out there where they just refuse to try food. Refuse.
They're like, what do you like on pizza? Yeah, just cheese.
I like these guys. They're like Anthony Bourdain, but pizza rolls.
Yeah.
Like we're doing Travel Channel, but it's chicken nuggets.
It's just so funny because you're so blinded to the fact that like as you get older, you do open your mind to more things, right? And I can remember like very clearly, everybody's been in this situation. You get invited to a birthday party when you're in grade school, and you're like, and it's like, hey, it's a pizza party, and you're like, oh fuck, I hope I get to the cheese box first because I do not want to have to put a piece of pepperoni on my plate, because I will pick the pepperonis off, and I don't want anybody to see me pick the pepperonis off.
And like now I'm like, pepperoni is so good, dude. What are you doing?
Right,
you gotta get the toppings on it. What are you doing?
And then you get to high school and you're like, yeah, give me a pepperoni, give me a sausage, maybe you're a meatloaf. And then you get into college, you're an adult and you're like, okay, I've been on this earth for 30 years. You know what? Throw some pineapple on there. I don't know. Put peppers, put onions. Yeah. Give me a jalapeno. Like some people are like, drizzle some hot honey. Give me something. But it is so funny. Yeah. Also, the fact that they all have the same haircuts.
I just don't really like. It's just cheese.
The look on their face when they look at each other, and they're kind of like, "Do you guys like anything but cheese?"
But I'm just a regular cheese guy.
I just do.
The hair, dude. The hair. What is the fucking hair of these kids?
What else do they? Oh boy, Dorito debate.
Red Doritos or blue Doritos better?
It depends. Like, I used to be more of a Cool Ranch guy myself.
Well, also a lot of people like the purple ones.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the purple ones. I think they're
like
the best.
what are they?
ones.
Sweet chili, right?
Yeah, like something like that.
I think the red's the best. Yeah, it's simple.
It depends on my mood. Sometimes I like the
simple. It's a simple taste.
They're getting a little exotic on the Doritos.
Yeah. In my lunch, a lot of days I do.
Look at this guy. He's spinning his Baja Blast like it's a wine. He's just sifting it around.
Tell me why these kids have a professional setup. They have multicam.
That's what I was wondering too. Like, who's funding this?
They've got the $400 Shure SM7B mics. Like, I don't know what these headsets are, but they're definitely more than ours. Like, this is a $2,000 podcast setup with somebody that's editing together. They're putting out TikToks like of edited clips.
They have a full studio. Like, it's like they're at Logan Paul's studio right now.
Holy shit. What is click on that one, the pizza with the pickles on it. Yeah.
Boys here at the Little Blue Menu in College Park. Ready to try some pizza from Chick-fil-A.
Okay. Wait, what?
Pizza from Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A pizza, no pickles because I hate them.
Yes, there we go with the toppings all off of the pizza.
It's really good. It's really good.
It's really good.
Like a chicken sandwich though.
I like the sausage. Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. And the
Chick-fil-A
chicken,
sauce based in there.
the chicken nuggets are good.
I'll give it a.
And look, I know here's what a lot of you guys are saying right now is that Grant, you're marginally older than these.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Green, you can be on this podcast, bro. You can fucking be the 5th
And-
foodie boy.
And look, I know I sound exactly like these guys. I'm well aware. Yeah, that's just what I do. Was it very self-reflective when I discovered this podcast? Yes. Was it time
Did
to
it feel
reconsider all
relatable
life?
to you?
Yes. Did I consider texting in the group text like, guys, I've decided I need a break. I need a.
Dude, they could pay you more too.
It was like they could pay me more. They need. I don't know.
The
It was weird.
foodie boys, man.
I love the foodie boys. Though.
Grant the foodie boy Allen. That could be the next t-shirt.
I do just think it's great that they all. It's a pizza show, but we're only talking about cheese. and look, they do have a point. Like I think, like the Dave Portnoy pizza reviews, it's always cheese.
Well, yeah, that's to standardize it, kind
It's
of.
always
But like,
cheese.
it would be like if they're like, "What's your favorite kind of cookie, man?" Oh, dude,
Plain.
I'm just a chocolate chip guy.
Well,
just-
hold
just
on.
like
That's a bad example. Chocolate chip cookies are great. First of all, they're fantastic.
Well, yeah. I guess maybe it is a bad example.
I guess so is
Chocolate
cheese
chip.
pizza. Like, don't get me wrong. If you were like, hey, come over watching football, and the only option was cheese pizza, I'd still eat the pizza, and I would not.
Oh,
question
Grant,
it
I
at
wouldn't
all.
even fucking say a word if
I'd be
you're
like,
only.
great.
If I came over to your house, we happen to be like
Mm-hmm.
at Kevin's in Iowa City one weekend. We do something, right? We all come back to Iowa City, and Kevin brought us over to his place. Now, Kevin would never be this plain and simple because he would fear judgment of others. Be like, wow, I only got cheese pizza. I'm telling you though, if we went back to Kevin's house and he's like, yeah, I ordered a couple cheese pizzas, I wouldn't say a fucking word, dude. I would eat 6
Like,
pieces
Yeah. Okay.
of cheese pizza, and I mean,
Like, don't worry, I eat the cheese pizza every Friday of my elementary school career. I ate cheese pizza.
it was
It was
pizza day
pizza for-
every Friday.
Yeah, they would ship in Domino's. Like,
Wow.
I think my elementary school single-handedly funded the
There was
local
a
Domino's.
There was a contract.
I'd never seen anyone else go there except for our there literally would be like towers of boxes.
They spent all week
Yeah.
not serving customers, but making pizzas for your elementary.
Every kid got one, and then once everyone was fed, you could get in line to get a second one. But not everyone got seconds. We did not have enough.
Oh, of course
Uh,
not.
But it was the point is that cheese pizza is fine, but it is funny that they're like. And maybe there should be more of this. Maybe there's like, do they have a political podcast? What do they think about? What are their stance on Israel Palestine right now?
Yeah.
What is their-
It's like, what do you guys think about Israel and Palestine? It's like, I don't really like war, Just not.
I've never really been a big war guy.
I just don't know why they would fight each other. Like, I don't know,
What are these guys like? I want the Maryland Food Boys to break down every issue. I want them in the next? I guess they won't be 12 then, but
the next political debate.
yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do they do?
I mean, they'll still only be freshmen in high school.
that's so different. It's a complete. That's
What's funny to me,
a
Grant,
completely
is
different person potentially.
you're right. It is.
Yeah.
They're in a very large development area of their life or time in their life
Sure.
right now. But what I do see in them a little bit is like I see the 4 of them sitting around the microphones,
Mhm.
and it kind of feels like 2018 when Drake and I and Kevin first hopped on to like record podcasts, and it was like,
Mhm.
yeah, man, let's just talk. Like people will listen, But
No,
like,
they won't.
and similar.
Can't force me to listen to this.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't know. Well, somebody chose to.
we're here.
Psychos. I don't know how to say it. Psychos or Seekos is on 58. He's probably listened to episode 59 and 60.
What episode of Walk-Ons was your pizza topping debate? Where you guys just chose cheese.
Well, we haven't. Yeah, true. We haven't had that, but maybe we should. Maybe that we haven't done a top 5 in a really long time.
Is cheese even considered a topping to a pizza? By the way?
No.
Or is that just the base? Because you can get like can't you get a pizza without cheese?
I mean, I'm sure you can, and then you get into the debate of like, well, like a Chicago style, like the cheese is under the.
It's more of a pie than a.
Yeah, it's not. It's like hardly a pizza. I don't think cheese counts as a topping.
No,
but
I think it's like the base of the pizza. It's just.
I think,
like that's no toppings.
and I shouldn't really be making fun because I'm really just like if I'm gonna choose, I just want a sausage pizza.
Oh, really?
Well,
See,
maybe-
now we're just doing the Food Boys. We're just the Maryland Food Boys podcast.
and I'm okay with that, man. I'm okay with that.
Also, I appreciated that when they were doing their Dorito debate that we pulled up, they didn't say the flavors of any of them. They just did the colors.
The purple, the blue, the red. Yeah.
They're like, I love the red one. What's
One kid did mention the sweet chili, but you actually want to know what the best Dorito ever? It's cheeseburger Doritos, and it's a discontinued flavor, and I'm sad about it. Why are you mad about that? You've never even tried them. You were like 12 when they were discontinued.
First of all, I ate more Doritos. If there was like a graph of Doritos consumed, like 0 to like 6, I was probably eating Doritos when I was 6, but like there's a big parabola
Yeah.
around like 11 to 15, and then it starts to go back down. Now Doritos are once every like Subway stop at get a sandwich. But
The late night cheeseburger Doritos were so fire, dude. And there was also some weird thing where half the chips wouldn't get any seasoning and the other half of the chips would get double the seasoning. And let me tell you, when you got a double seasoned cheeseburger Dorito, that thing hit like crack, dude. Ooh.
I knew that's another thing I can't have Doritos in the house because I will once you can't. No one has ever opened a bag of Doritos and eaten half of the bag.
Or like said they're going to eat like 7.
Yeah,
Like, I'm going to eat 7 and they
no,
stop
I
at
have
7.
to have an infinite amount of Doritos.
Yeah.
I will eat them forever. They're so good. Maybe that's New Year's resolution is I just need to eat more Doritos. I'll be happier with my
Eat
life.
more Doritos. Yeah.
I'm just not happy enough. It's lack of Doritos. You ever mix like some nachos with the Cool Ranch Doritos?
Oh yeah, dude. Dude,
it's game
nachos,
changer.
using Doritos for your nachos chip, that's something the Maryland Food Boys would never do. But
Oh, they're definitely. They probably have like the
they're on their way.
Old Bay Dorito.
Sure. Yeah.
But no, we do love the Maryland Food Boys. Please come on this podcast.
Oh, we'd love to have
discuss
them
with
on.
us.
Yeah, we'd love to have them on. This was public on YouTube, so if the Maryland Food Boys see this, hey, we got time. We got time and microphone. That's it. That's all I got. You got anything else you want to mention before next week? It'll be a quick turnaround to next week if we get it on Tuesday.
We need to. Do we want to watch them do a quick Chick-fil-A review?
Yeah, I'd love to see that. I'll watch these all day live. We can do just a live watch up there.
So
Horrible.
this is a bad start for the Chick-fil-A, but I think it'll own up to it. 'Cause, whatever they do.
What?
Okay.
What is the
Okay.
budget on this
Sounds
show?
Seriously, look at the
Chick-fil-A.
spinning.
Bun's nice and soft.
Best.
Yeah.
Probably the best bun we've had.
And you know what else? The Chick-fil-A, the whatever they put the sandwich in, it keeps it warm. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is yeah.
All right, ready?
All right.
Goodbye.
Oh no, it's
Oh, all at the same time. What did this kid get? Oh yeah,
It's really good.
it's really good.
Oh. You can taste the pickles, though.
Yep.
Only bad thing is you can taste the pickles.
Yeah.
They don't want the toppings. No
a
toppings.
lot.
No toppings.
Dude, I'll be
It's
honest,
still
bro.
good.
Yeah.
I pull the
And
pickles off of my sandwich at
I-
Chick-fil-A.
I also don't like the pickles. It's just funny that like they refuse to do toppings on it.
But I will say this, I kind of like, they soak into the bun a little bit in the breading on the bottom side. I kind of like the pickle aftertaste. I don't want a full pickle, but I like the pickle aftertaste. Now,
so it sounds like you should just get
No.
pickles on it. Then.
no. I don't like the crunch of the pickle and to have to chew through that. But dude, the reaction of them just being like, it's really good.
Yeah,
Everybody's reaction ever to Chick-fil-A the first time they had it is like, yeah, it's really good.
I love to that one. They just not a single person talked into the mic the whole time. Not a single person was talking to. How do they have? Is this like funded by Complex? Is this like the sequel to
yes.
Hot Ones? Is Maryland Food Boys?
Yeah, dude,
The
the
sauce for
best.
Chick-fil-A sandwich. It's kind of the whole thing. But overall, I'm gonna give it a 8.6.
Okay.
Why?
Because, I mean, it would be in the 9s if it had no pickles. I hate pickles. They should never be a thing. But, they are. So you're going to have to live with them.
Hey, Ryan, would it be better than Popeyes if it didn't have the pickles on it?
Popeyes?
Yeah.
Be
would,
better than-
would it be
He's like-
better than the Popeyes if it
he's
didn't
like,
have
He's
the
never been to
pickles on it?
Popeyes.
Yeah. The chicken soft. Soft chicken.
Right, Emmett. I'm gonna give it a
Shaking his head in
8.5
disgust.
because I'm minusing a point for them pickles.
The
And
pickles.
I'm not gonna lie. I know I gave Popeyes the same rating, but I think Popeyes is a little bit better. I like the crispier chicken.
Hey,
All
fact.
right, I'm gonna give
shout
it
out.
8.
What are like
Bro, they're giving the same score. They're like, okay,
8.5,
he put it at 8.6, so I'm gonna have to go 8.5. Caleb says this is a government psyop, and at this point, bro, I would believe it. Like that would not surprise me at all if that was legitimately true. I love these kids. I think maybe we actually have to have a segment on the show going over the latest week of Maryland Food Boys content because this is fucking hilarious.
It's a Maryland Food Boys reaction pod.
Yeah, this is now a Maryland Food Boys
talking Maryland Food Boys.
Yeah. We'd probably get more views.
If you had to guess how many episodes these guys have, what would you guess?
Episodes of the podcast?
Yeah, there's.
Guess
how many episodes there are?
20.
2.
No,
They
they have 2. These are all from 2. All of these clips are from 2 episodes of a podcast. Or like, are they just doing their other content, making videos at their podcast set?
It might just be that too, but there's
Holy
I'm only
shit,
seeing. I was hoping there was just hours for me. Not leaving the house this weekend.
Turns out you could get that done before dinner tonight.
Maryland Food Boys. Yeah,
All right, well,
it's hilarious. All right,
what a fucking what an episode. Allegedly is certainly going to be the name of this thing. Allegedly, the Maryland Food Boys don't like pickles. I'd say maybe that's confirmed true. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thanks, everyone listening on the back end. Go check out the washedupwalkons.com. Check out the store. Go to the Patreon. There is a free T-shirt coming to Patreon members at the top level, and it will be available to purchase to the other Patreon members with Drake's face on it. New Drake T-shirt coming out soon. It's actually fantastic. So, and there's a bunch of other cool shit on there. Not to mention that if you at any time during the year renew your subscription to the Patreon or you up your level of subscription, that is directly benefiting the Iowa Children's Hospital. I do not lead with that or say it really enough on any podcast, but our side job here is, or our side goal is to be a kind of a fundraising deal and to create money around Iowa football and this community to send to the children at the Children's Hospital. So thank you for everybody who has obviously already done that. A lot of you listening on the Patreon obviously are a part of that. So we'll be back next week. Quick turnaround, like I said, if we get it on Tuesday. We have not broken the streak yet. I won't promise any more guests. I like that from Grant on this episode.